Hello, everyone. Today is day 3 of 21 days unraveling the ego's grip, and is this idea of lifestyle marketing. And oh my gosh, I've been such a victim of this, or so guilty of seeing that and feeling like I'm less than. So lifestyle marketing is, you probably know the term. If you don't, it's really like you'll see the marketing about, hey, here's the fancy car I drive, here's the home I live in, here's the love life I have, here's the relationship that I'm in, here's my family life. And we often judge our insides by other people's outsides, and lifestyle marketing contributes to that. And lifestyle marketing is very much, to me, the smatterings of the ego culture that we live in. We are what we have. We are what we do. And through that, hey, Selma, how are you? That's how we learn to believe, oh, this, I'm trying to do the wave at you. There we go. This is what makes me worth more. This is what makes things, me have more value. And what happens is then when we don't have that stuff, when we see others having it, we feel less than. And again, that's your barometer that it's the ego culture, that the ego's got a grip, because it's how you feel. When you see the lifestyle marketing, it's the same in social media. When you're seeing, most of us are posting our highlight reels on Facebook. So we look at other people's, oh my God, their life looks amazing. And we have no idea what goes on behind closed doors. So again, insides by other people's outsides. So to me, I was so freaking guilty of, and sorry, you're going to take a little walk with me because I have a cat that's very desperate to get in the house, and I'm going to let her in. Sorry about that. That's the way it goes. So when you see that, I would just invite you to look at it with new eyes, to go, how do I feel when I notice this? How do I feel when I look upon what other people have? How do I feel when I'm checking out social media and I'm comparing myself to someone? And, when we compare, we often always way or the other, because it's either a setup to be better than or less than. And so when I woke up to that, because it's been such a process for me to see, I was in such a push for this whole lifestyle thing, this model of success that I was taught made me have value, or meant that I was like living my purpose, or, realizing my full potential, becoming the person I'm meant to become, as opposed to, what if I already am that? And what if I'm here an experience, and what if the things that are happening in my life, that the not so great things, are actually never meant for my punishment, not because I'm attracting it wrong, not because I'm doing anything wrong, but because they're there to help me awaken to a new way of being. And what I find more and more is the things that I've wanted or strived for in my life that have never come into being, oh my gosh, I could beat the crap out of myself for it. And I had really started to wake up from the nightmare and go, wow, no, this isn't coming into being for me, because I meant this differently. I meant to learn something different from this. My value does not come from what I have, what I've created. That's part of the ego culture. And waking up from that is huge, because it's always like doing something and I'm like, why do I feel like crap about this all the time? So I would just invite you to look at lifestyle marketing. Advertising is filled with lifestyle marketing. I remember when I was younger, growing up, the Head and Shoulders shampoo, they had a commercial where it was like the person had dandruff and they'd see the flakes on their shoulders, and it's like, oh, like as if they're like a leper, because they have dandruff on their shoulders. So in a lot of advertising, they're really stating so much of like, this is what's wrong and this is how to fix it. And there's merit in that. There is merit in, if you're someone that markets to go, hey, is this an issue that you struggle from? Oh, thanks. Thanks, Selma. I agree. It's been such a process. I so appreciate that. I'm glad to hear that. So it's, sorry, I lost my train of thought there, but that's okay because maybe we're just meant to tap right. Oh, but I know for myself, when I was so caught up in that, it was like I was feeling bad all the time. And when I catch myself now feeling bad, I know that that's where the ego, which I like to call the bully in my brain, that demonic, punitive voice that's always telling me, talking to me like this and telling me everything that's wrong with me and parachuting in, I catch it. I'm catching it more and more and more and going, you don't get to run space in my head right now. And it's really helping. So you could look at this as an experiment and look at magazines and look at the advertising. I mean, and go, oh, wow. Like, how do I feel when I look at this? And if I feel bad, then I know the is activated, it's got a grip on me and it's telling me who I should be, what I should have, and something's missing in me because I don't have that. So let's tap. Karate chop. Even though there's lifestyle marketing telling me all the time the things that I should be, the things that I should do, how I should look, the things I should have. And if I feel bad, when I look upon that, that's an indicator that the ego's got a grip on me. I choose to honor my feelings now. Even though I can find a million ways to judge myself, to feel bad about myself. And I live in a culture that can promote that. I choose to acknowledge my feelings now. I don't know if I did that 2 or 3 times, but we're going to the eyebrow. Go to the eyebrow. This culture I live in, this lifestyle marketing, the advertising I can see everywhere that has me questioning myself, feeling like something's missing in my life because I don't have that. And what if, when I notice I'm feeling down or bad about myself, or like something's wrong with me, because I haven't created that in my life. What if that's the ego? And that's part of the ego culture that I live in. And what if the more I catch that, running my show, the more I start to awaken from the nightmare I've been living in. There's something missing in me. There's something wrong with me. I don't have my shit together. Look at all these people around me, getting so many things they want. Even during this pandemic. And this is my indicator. When I'm judging myself, feeling bad about myself. Oh, and here's a good one. You have all this free time right now. You should be making stuff happen. Cleaning your house. Starting a new business. And what if I'm not? Does that actually make me less than? Or lazy? Or a procrastinator? Lifestyle marketing again. You've got all this space now to create so much more. Yeah, but I'm not. And can't that be okay? Not according to the culture I live in. It's all about doership. Making it happen. And what if my life can begin to unfold in better ways than I can imagine as I unhook from the ego's grip, telling me who I should be, what I should have, what my life should look like. Oh, stick a fork in me. I'm so done with this. But I'm not. But what if this is the beginning of seeing this all very differently? And what if I start to feel more peace and calm in my life as I keep unraveling all the ways that ego culture slips into my life? And once again, my indicator that the ego is active is how I feel. And when I'm feeling bad about myself, what if I can check in? Pay attention to what the thoughts are telling me. And say something like, you don't get to rent space in my head right now. You've occupied enough. And I know you're going to creep in again and again. But I'm on to you now. I see what you're doing. And I'm waking up. Even if just a little bit each time. A little change can be a huge change. And before I know it, life is through me rather than by me. And take a breath. Hey, Kirsty. Salma, that's who I can tell is here. Salma. Why it's not, it's like frozen, like I'm trying to wave to the people that come on. So if you found that helpful, go back and tap on it as many times as you need to. You can take a magazine. I highly recommend you just look through it For some reason, it's so funny. Keep getting sent this, and I really don't typically look at it, but it's funny that I have it right here because I think I'm meant to. Like, here's an ad. Annie McDowell. Age Perfect. Skincare made just for you, but age perfect. Rosy Tone Moisturizer. So a daily moisturizer that gives you an instant rosy glow. It reveals new cells and reactivates radiance for firmer, younger looking skin. And again, we definitely are in a youth obsessed culture. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to feel good about yourself in that way. But the gut check is, how do you feel? Like if you look at these ads and you're like, oh God, it's really like my self-esteem, that's an indicator that the ego is. And as I would say, even especially for women, with all the, models that are put on there on how we're supposed to look, how we're supposed to be, as you go through, it's really a good exercise to go through a magazine and go, oh my God, like what comes out? I don't look like that. Oh, that's what I'm supposed to look like. And I invite you to consider this. We are programmed pretty much in everything, especially in our culture, to believe this is what makes someone attractive. This is what makes someone wealthy and worthwhile. This is what makes someone successful. And does it? And to start to unhook from that, then you get to write your own story about your own life. Like, what's the beauty that I have in me? What does that mean to me? What does success truly mean to me? Do I want it to mean what the culture tells me? And if you do, but it just comes through inspiration, that's a different energy than like, oh my God, I'm trying myself into this model that I've been told that I'm supposed to be. And yet, if I often feel kind of wonky and bad about myself, I'm just going to start to question that. And then you can tap through that. And the more you do that, and for me, it takes time. It's a work in progress always. The more I unhook from, oh my God, like how could we not let the culture tell us who we are and what we should want or what we should have in our life? So if you found this helpful, go back and tap on it as many times as you need. Martha, I'm Martha too, but I go by Marti. And I know you go by Marti sometimes too. So Kirsty, Marti, Salma, great to see you here. And question that lifestyle marketing and see how it makes you feel about yourself. And notice, like, is that really what that's what makes me a valuable person? And I heard this story about the guy that started Zappos lives in an Airstream. And I can't remember the first company that he sold, but the guy, he's worth grundles. But the funny thing is, he doesn't give a shit about it. He doesn't care. It's not why he was in it. He happened to have all that come to him because he's just been doing those things that he enjoys. And it's hilarious. He lives in a freaking Airstream. He goes, I've got the best backyard everywhere. So it's really just good to question what we've all been told that we should want or be or have. So anyway, take good care, everyone. See you back here tomorrow with day 4. Bye for now.